Why is the closest person actually 250 miles above your head? The astronauts on the ISS are often your only neighbors out here. Point Nemo is a geographic dead zone located in the deep South Pacific. It is defined not by what is there, but by what is missing. This coordinate represents the absolute peak of planetary isolation.
Dry land is 1,600 miles from this specific coordinate. The ocean's geometry has carved out a space of total silence here. It is a structural void where human help is physically impossible. The system accepts no errors and provides no second chances. But we didn't leave this abyss to nature. We turned it into a target. Over 260 retired spacecraft now rest in this silent graveyard. This includes the Mir station and several massive cargo ships. We aim our most expensive hardware at this specific blue void. It is a protocol of controlled destruction and absolute burial. Human ambition is interred where no eyes will ever see it again. This underwater museum carries a collective value of $10 billion. Our peak achievements eventually decay into the silence of the abyss. High-tech success stories eventually turn into expensive titanium trash. The pressure of the deep sea slowly crushes the world's best ideas. But in 1997, something in this graveyard began to talk back. We chose this void because it is the safest place for a crash. Because land is so far away, the risk to people is virtually zero. Without Point Nemo, we would have no graveyard for our giants. It is the only coordinate that can absorb $10 billion of metal safely. But the system wasn't prepared for the signal detected in 1997. It was called the Bloop, and it came from the exact same location. Sensors 3,000 miles away logged an ultra-low-frequency sound event. It was louder than any known creature to ever inhabit the sea. The signature carried the rhythmic pattern of a living organism. Something far larger than a blue whale was moving in the dark. The scale of the sound bypassed every known biological model. We are trying to hack the deep sea system, but we lack the data. If it wasn't a living thing, the source is even more unsettling. The abyss uses silence as a shield for things it wants to hide. It remains an unsolved data point in an otherwise predictable zone. The extreme pressure and salt are slowly erasing our footprints. Over time, the titanium and gold dissolve into the marine silt. The graveyard is essentially a slow-motion chemical furnace. Our high-tech junk drawer is being digested by the planet itself. Eventually, even the coordinate itself will return to a blank slate.
Eventually, this graveyard will be the only archive we have left. The quiet part is that a single signature from 1997 still remains. What it really comes down to is we don't own the exclusion zone. The reason the astronauts don't smile is only now starting to line up. We are just visitors in a system that existed long before us. Point Nemo is a masterpiece of isolation and high-tech decay. It is a closed loop where our peak achievements become silent relics. The ISS still passes over this silence every 90 minutes. Was the system designed to bury our past or to hide the future? Were we solving the real problem or just the one that was easiest to name?